Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a hotshot rookie looking to see what he can do against perhaps the greatest of all time. It's Deshaun Watson matching up with Tom Brady.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the defending Super Bowl champs introduced to this fired-up crowd here in Foxborough as the Patriots get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Regular. Four down.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
72. Sugar. 52.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. To throw, it's Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Every time you throw an incompletion, you think, boy, that's a wasted opportunity, don't you?
Yeah, because last year they were number 2 against the pass was this Houston defense.
And J.J. Watt is back for all of 2017. They'll be that much stronger.
Brady now to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Mike 20. 52. Mike 55. Here we go.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. It's not often that we put the word overthrow next to the name Tom Brady.
His accuracy is so good that when there are misses, they're usually not by much. So when we see one like that, look,
scratch your head a little bit.
Scratch your head. We're chuckling about the whole thing. Let's see how fired up he gets about it, though, because you know he likes to atone for his errors.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. Come on, let's go.
On first down, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Let's back round. Ohio. Switch.
They'll run with Miller. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A first down carry now for Miller. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. 4 down.
Miller, the man in motion.
Come on. Pump it up, baby. Let's get live.
Here's Watson down, second down. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Ohio. Hut. 3 down. Flex round.
Third and long. It's Watson. Brought in by Coates. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now out come the Patriots. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
That's where you belong. We got 3, check 3. 52. 20, Blake. 55.
On first and 10, here's Brady. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And a great spot to start this drive from
double
here.
Tight, guys, double tight. Check, sugar. Hey. Wait. Four down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. This is caught, Gronkowski. And he's going to get into the end zone. So cue up the Gronk spike. It's a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
Come on, let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And he's got room. Lamar Miller, 30, 20, 10, for touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 105 yards, and the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
In motion, Gronkowski.
Go! 55! Go, bandit!
On first down, Brady. Jadeveon Clowney coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Tight end left. Alert! 53! Wait, 20!
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Out!
Whoosh. And some room to work. And he gets this one all the way up to the 24. That good for 22 and a first down.
I suspect this is one of those calls the defensive coordinator would love to have back.
Absolutely.
Feels like he took a bit of a gamble here. And I remember when I was playing, when we had a team really backed up, there's a talk about, let's go ahead and get upfield and get a safety. And sometimes that works against you because they really hit them big.
Yeah, they were open for a couple yards of breathing room, but they got a lot more than that. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Come on now. Yeah, baby. Boom. Alert. Slam. Wait, 20. 22. Shadow. Come on now. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Alert! Hey, gold 66. Blue 20. Hey, gold 66. Easy. 55.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for the Pats on 3rd. And even 40 yards.
Three down, these two. Shadow. Wait, 20. 53. Check.
Brady now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
20. Wait, 20. Blitz. Let's go on. No, 66.
Brady to throw on second down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. The swing pass caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Patriots add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And he'll send the tight end in motion left. He'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Ohio. Let's go.
To throw on second is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw is Watson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I like defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Check 26, check 26.
Ohio.
Trip.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Slam. Let's go.
Here we go.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So the Patriots coming out now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Wait, 20. Wait, 20. Here we go. Wait, 20.
No.
Wait, 20.
Off.
Wait, 20 cent.
Check 3.
Now a play fake. Brady. Left side, it's Dorsett. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Wait.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Check 50. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Easy. Wait. Wait. Go.
Now a handoff as they run left side. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A gain of 3, second down.
Three down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On second down, here's Brady.
Four down.
Complete to Dorsett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Rhino.
Here we go.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got a man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And there he goes again. And he will have a touchdown. Lamar Miller, 105 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. 14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Double tight, double tight.
50, pat.
Green 20.
Green 80.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Now Brady. He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Fresh set of downs here.
Wait, 20. Let's go.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Single.
3 down, these 2.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route, plan for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
52. Ozzie.
Check.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams stretch to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
Man left, man left.
Here we go. Flex round.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Flex round. Come on, let's go.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. 23 yards on the play.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Tight right.
Come on, let's go. Red 38.
Four down. Check.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Red 38.
Right there.
Red 38.
Watson looks to throw again. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go. Flex round.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Point after try forthcoming. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was
going to
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Final minute now in the third quarter.
2 times.
3 down, these 2.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
3 down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Go. 20.
3 down.
In motion, Patterson. Here's Brady to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15.
Switch.
A big play there for New England. And even 50 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995. So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Okay.
4 down.
And now here's a carry heading left. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. There's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Gronk that time, and it's third down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and goal.
Let's go.
Watch the ship.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So on fourth down, Brady will yield to Gostkowski for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Houston.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on the Ringo.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games when they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
tight end. Key to tight end.
Flex round.
Everyone's got four.
Come on, let's go. Wide, 90. Wide, 90.
Wide, get wide.
Flex round. Flex round.
Let's go.
Hut, hut.
Here's Watson now on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Third and long, it's Watson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points.
In this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, we got tight right.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Watch out.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
25. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he cuts it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down.
to the right, boys. Tight end to the right.
Right.
Move.
Let's go. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That one goes for 24 yards. From the 50, it's Watson.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right out.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they're going to go for 2.
Watch 38. Watch 38.
Come on, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson, and that is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just set up for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Watch 19. Watch 19.
On play action, now Brady. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack, as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Easy. Move 20.
Single.
52.
Single slot.
53.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Watson. Now a desperation throw deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Alert!
Even. 4 down. Even.
Go Alpha!
Brady going to look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And the Steelers, they've scored again and opened up that advantage. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A win would be their second on the young season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Ohio! Let's go! Ohio!
And they'll run for it with Miller. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
20!
Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Deep.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator,